Hello. Welcome! You all know what day it is. You saw the thumbnail.
Things don't wanna know, but I'll tell you anyways.
I love that. Somebody needs to make a video of that intro and be like, things you don't want to know, but I'll tell you anyways. Like kind of like a punk rock type of thing, you know? I think it sounds cool. Anyways, yeah, it's an episode of Things You Don't Want to Know, but I'll tell you anyways. So before we start, got some stuff I gotta tell you. You're gonna hear my upstairs neighbors going I think the kids upstairs are having a marathon. Honestly, I really cannot fathom as to why there would be so much running upstairs aside from the kids like prepping to be in the Olympics or something. I don't know. I think it's cute. Like, yeah, it's annoying when you're trying to film something and all your mic is picking up is like but if you really think about like why they're doing it, it's adorable. They're just kids being kids and you can't hate that, right? So that's one. Two, you're gonna hear Matt in and around the house doing his thing. I think he's leaving soon. I don't know. He said he was gonna go for a walk. Another thing, Jesse's mentioned this a couple times, but I'm toying with the audio on my camera. Right now I'm using the Rode mic, which I normally film with, but the problem with this Rode mic is it picks up the sound from the ceiling a lot more, as well as the background noise from like outside, because we're right by the street, so you could hear the cars every once in a while. You'll hear the ambulance go by. I know for a fact that I used this when I was recording my personality test video, and then there was like one more video that I used this mic with, and I'm just tweaking audio levels right now. So if you guys are like, hey, you sound good, you sound like shit, please let me know in the comments so I know how to adjust. So these are studio headphones and they give me the truest sound when I edit, but sometimes what I hear coming through the computer sounds very different when you put it on the TV or the phone. So just let me know how I'm sounding, and maybe Detroit Disney Duo can give me some tips because I know he's kind of an audiophile. Hey Sean, if you're watching this, help me out. Cost effective, because girls on a budget. Because his videos always sound fantastic. But we're gonna go ahead and get to it. I have 5 comments that I'll be answering / commenting on, and yeah, this is gonna be good. This is always good, but this is gonna be good. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Let's just go ahead and start. All right. So the first question / comment is Stefan Schmidt on my 1 year of living in Japan, a Japanese coming back after 10 years away video. He asked, why have you stayed 5 years if you hated it? So in this video, I kind of talked about how I did not enjoy living in the States, especially I did enjoy it eventually, but the first 5 years I had a really rough time. A very valid question, right? Why did I continue living somewhere that I hated for 5 years? There's a few reasons for that. Number one, I had met Matt. We were working there. We had a business there. I was very much in love with Matt. As much as I disliked living in the States, like, I didn't want to just leave. I wanted to see where this relationship was going to go, and I'm glad I did, because now we're married. But I think the biggest reason was that I was very young. You know, I was in my early 20s, and my family, as much as I love them, can be very codependent on each other. But at the time, I was in such a vulnerable state because I had just gone through a divorce. I hated where I lived. I felt like if I had gone back to Okinawa, that I was just gonna come back and be in the same place doing the same thing. I didn't feel like I was gonna grow up because it was so comfortable here, you know? Like I could come back and just like help take care of my family, and like my mom would take care of me, and like it wasn't gonna be a good environment for me to thrive and become my own person. And as much as it sucked and as much as I hated it, I knew that was the case, and I just didn't want to put myself in that position. Like, I actually wanted to be a better version of myself. There were many moments where I was like, man, I really want to go back to Okinawa, but I went ahead and just pushed through whatever it was that I was going through, and I'm very much glad I did, because in doing so, I met a lot of amazing people, and I started my own business, and like there was a lot of good things to come out of just staying in the States. So I'm glad I didn't just give up, put my tail between my legs, and just come home. and be like pampered. Jerry, do military families buy food in the JA market compared to the commissary? This was on the video of me going to the farmers market here in Okinawa. I see military members off base all the time going to grocery stores and farmers market, which I think is really, really cool. I think that's like the beauty of being in the military, is that you get to go to different countries and experience different cultures. And for me, I love seeing when military members come off base respectfully, because some of them come off base and just cause absolute havoc, but when they come off base and they're there to explore and experience, I think that's fantastic. I think that is exactly what you should do when you're in the military and you're placed in a different country. So yeah, it's really cool to see like people, military members in Sanes and Kanehide and Jesco and farmers markets. It always warms my heart when I see that, especially when they're like, oh, look at this, and they're like picking up stuff and they're trying to figure out what it is. I think that's awesome. I love people with adventurous spirits. Next comment. Jesse Rice! Kit, was it a Japanese hornet murder wasp? This is the video she commented on the I got stung by a wasp video. It wasn't a murder hornet, definitely not, because according to every video I've seen on the murder hornet, they are huge, they are super unforgiving, and they hurt like a mother effer. So it was definitely not that, unless I have some kind of crazy pain tolerance. But I don't think so. I'm a pretty big wimp when it comes to that stuff. No, you know what, to be honest, I didn't really get a good look on what it was. But it wasn't a bee, because it was bigger than a bee, but not as big as a murder hornet. It was like something in between, so that's why I'm assuming it was a wasp. Maybe it was a baby murder hornet. You know, as big of a scare as murder hornets are, like, I've never seen one. Chris told me they do exist in Okinawa, but I've never seen a murder hornet. Of course, I don't really go out much, so that might be it. I like nature, but I like it from a distance. It's true though. There's dangerous shit out there. No, I think in my old age I do prefer being outside. I spend so much time indoors now though, you know what I mean? Because I edit all the time, so actually going out and getting fresh air is now much more exciting to me than it used to be when I was like working at Home Depot and constantly outdoors, because I worked in the garden section and like, but now that I'm home most of the time, going outdoors and hiking is definitely something I appreciate more. Although, like, I don't mind getting dirty or stinky, like, I don't care about that, but I don't do good with bugs. Like, I am a huge arachnophobe. I don't like bugs. They're just not my thing. I never want to, like, hurt them. Like, as long as they keep their distance, even if they got in my space, I wouldn't hurt them. Like, I don't have any ill will towards insects. They are doing what they're doing, and that's cool. But, like, I just need space, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get into the more, like, outdoorsy stuff and being brave and tackling my like fear of insects and stuff, but yeah, it's uncomfortable. Like a while ago, Matt, Chris, and I went hiking in the People's Woods or something over by Onna. I enjoyed the hike. I loved every minute of it. I got super sweaty and super dirty, but holy shit, were there a lot of spiders and spider webs. Oh, like I'm more afraid of insects than I am of habus, and everybody always warns me about habus, and I'm like, have you seen the size of the insects here? Here's a spider that'll literally carry your cat away. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but it sure as hell looks like it. They're as big as Matt's hands, and Matt has ginormous hands. Like his hands will cover my face. Like he has big hands. Lynn, part of what I like about yours and Matt's channels and your live is your relationship with each other. It's so comfortable. Can all your followers come to the wedding too? And this is the video from I Forgot I Was Married. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. That's really sweet of you. We are pretty awesome. I know, I should be more humble about it, but we are pretty awesome. But you know what? I feel like we deserve saying that about each other, because we worked our asses off on our relationship as well as on each other. Like, we worked really hard to have what we have with each other. I actually think we do have a really good relationship, and I'm very proud of what Matt and I have built together. But thank you so much for saying that, Lynn. That's really kind of you. But your question, can all your followers come to the wedding too? Probably not, to be 100% honest. Between his channel, my channel, and our Facebook lives and stuff, we probably have a couple thousand people that follow us currently. And by the time the Taco Bell wedding rolls around, I don't know how many we're gonna have. I don't have a lot of money to feed that many people, and like, have a venue that big to hold that many people. But I'm sure like at the very least we'll vlog about it. I'm still kind of debating on whether I would do like a live. I probably might. I might just like set up a camera and just do a live thing. But it really depends too on how intimate Matt and I want to make it. If we do the Taco Bell wedding, we're going to be seeing friends and family that we haven't seen in a very long time as well. So it just wouldn't be for us, but it would also be for them. And to have this intimate setting at a Taco Bell chapel in Las Vegas. It's gonna be really intimate, guys. Really romantic, let me tell you. No, but I just like thought about the irony of that. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't see the problem with doing it live, but it's just one of those things that Matt and I will probably talk about. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Alright, so that was it for the questions and the comments. Hope you enjoyed it. Alright, well I gotta go make dinner and feed myself as well as my husband. So I'm gonna go. But thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I love you guys so much and I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace. Bye.